Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll be out of bounds across the...
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready up!
Off play action, Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. They go play action with Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Colts first down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down.
Richardson going to change the play here.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. To the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson
Doing it himself from 9 yards out.
and the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Tiger swamp.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
A pitch out to Swift here. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Richardson off the play fake. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they have. Here's 3rd and 6.
Now Richardson is going to keep it running right.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
In motion right is Pittman. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
And this one is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it.
This is Smith with the ground. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Field King. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Swift.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Guys, you got this. Let's win. Great. Set. Go.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
23 yards the pickup there.
Gain of 23 yards. First down, Colts.
Here we go. Start.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
19 tight. Street.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Ready. Mustang 19. Panther 11.
Richardson to the air on first down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 41 yards. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
First and 10, Taylor now. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Richardson. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings that third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now it's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Play action. Now Richardson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
This will be caught once again by Brown. Down the right sideline. Touchdown! Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, 49 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. 1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan.
A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On
first and 10, it's Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
43-yard line.
Now Hurts going to move him around. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts, his throw incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing to trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listen to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
Yeah, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
Motion man right, that's Pierce. Richardson on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Back to the air with Richardson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Swift. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Great.
Oh, the sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
And these Eagles may have been the first to really perfect this play. Let Hurts take the snap, then get some help pushing from behind. This was so successful, some folks, including me, were calling for this play to be outlawed. But while it's still in the books, no one runs it better than Hurts, and he takes this one in.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd down, here's Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Richardson looking to throw this. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run right here with Swift. Fighting his way through contact. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes the is hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Smith catches left side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Second and 5 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A give running right is Gainwell. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. In motion left is Watkins. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And a lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. Richardson on 3rd and short. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor, 46 yards. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Richardson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Great.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
73.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball clock free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in